What's going on, guys? It's Joe Metlow with Next Level Auto Detail, and today we're going to be talking about a very important subject, and that is prepping a car for paint correction, especially a dirty one. So, as you could see, I'm using the Meguiar's Ultimate Wheel Cleaner as an Iron X application. When it comes to the iron removal step, always make sure that you are spraying your iron remover on dry paint. If you spray it on a wet car, this is going to dilute your iron remover, making it less effective. When the paint is wet, that means it's covering those iron particles. And when you spray your iron remover, it's making contact with the water, not the iron particles. And if it can't get into contact with the iron particles, it cannot do its job. You could see the instant reaction as soon as it makes contact with the iron particles. This car is heavily contaminated. So let's spray the rest of the car and get the wash started. So when it comes to paint correction, the washing step is very, very vital. The main goal is to remove all tar, all bugs, remove any old waxes or sealants. That way we're working on virgin paint when we bring it into the shop, and we're not going to run into any problems. So when I'm prepping a car for paint correction, I have one goal, and that is to do an aggressive wash so we do not run into any problems when we're doing our paint correction process, our coating process, our sealing process. Whatever it is we're doing, I have one goal and one goal only, and that is to make the paint completely virgin and naked. So when you're prepping a car for paint correction, you never want to use a pH neutral soap. You always want to use an aggressive soap, a strip wash. The soap that I'm using is Purple Power Vehicle Boat Wash. You can use Dawn dish soap. You can use citrus wash and gloss. You could even add all-purpose cleaner to a pH neutral soap to kind of give you more cleansing power and more stripping ability. I am using a big red sponge. We'll talk more about that later. As you could see, I'm just removing the iron particles. You could see how much dirt we picked up. I flip the sponge and I work it in a snake-like pattern. So after I flip it, I just continue to work, get the panel clean. So take a look at the driver's side door and the passenger side door. You could see the drastic difference in how dirty this truck really is. So now we're going to move on to phase 2, which is also a very drastic step in your paint correction prep. So as you could see right there, I squeeze the big red sponge, and you could see the massive amount of foam that comes out of the sponge, and I use that as a clay lube. So whenever I need lubrication, I just squeeze the sponge and a lot of foam comes out, a lot more than a mitt would offer. So that's why I'm a fan of using the big red sponge when I'm prepping a car like this. So another big reason why I like using a clay bar with the strip wash soap is this makes your clay bar a lot more effective at removing bonded surface contaminants, because obviously it's a high pH soap, so that means whatever grime, wax, sealant, whatever it is you're trying to remove, this is going to give you that much more cutting power, therefore making your clay bar process a lot more effective. So after I'm done cleaning, especially on a vehicle that's as badly contaminated as this, I like to give it one final wash. After that's done, you could see no water beading, no sheeting. We have successfully completely stripped this vehicle. And now we are ready to start our paint correction process. No tar, no bugs, no contaminants, no wax, no sealant, no iron particles. It is squeaky clean and ready to start the paint correction process. I can guarantee that this truck has probably never been this clean, and it definitely needed it. So here are some after photos. The truck did receive a one-step paint correction and a sealant. The truck came a long way. It was in a really neglected shape, and this is all the truck really needed. It looks fantastic. It hasn't looked this good in years, and the owner was thrilled. So that's how I do a prep wash. Now keep in mind, when I'm prepping for paint correction and doing a maintenance wash, those are two completely different animals. A prep wash is meant to be aggressive. So don't worry about marring the car, marring the finish, because you are performing paint correction. When you're doing a prep wash, you have one goal and one goal only, and that is to completely strip the car so it's ready to receive the paint correction process. So that's going to end today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy the video, give it a like. It does help the channel grow. And if you aren't subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button for my future videos. We are going to be creating a lot of content. I appreciate all of you guys. And like always, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Or you could email me anytime at nextleveldetailer@gmail.com. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.